Yes, good people, welcome back to the channel. I've got another day off work, so we're doing a little bit more work on the Mk4 Nugget Golf. So I've got the Nugget Golf outside at the minute. She's been stuck in the garage for the last few days. Thought I was roaming around, checking out the Nugget. But yeah, I thought I'd let her out in the open, get some air. I just started up, not been started for a couple of days. She started up first time, so the battery's all good. We've got no oil leaks, so that's a good thing. I just slicked up the tyres to give the Nugget Steelers some extra va-va-voom. But yeah, she's looking pretty nuggety today. Still got a few bits to do on her, like we need a new headlight, that kind of thing. But you know, I've been thinking the last couple of days, she's a bit of a Nugget car. I wanted to get like a new wing mirror, get the splitter sorted, but then I'm thinking, shall I just keep the mirror on there as part of the Nugget aesthetics? And then, you know, she's got dings, dents and that kind of stuff. We got like a grim interior. Maybe we'll stick some GTI seats in eventually, but you know what, should we just embrace the Nugget goodness? You know, things like the rotten gear gator and the broken center console, it's just part of her history. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe we should just embrace the Nuggetness, that kind of thing. Obviously we've got the rear wiper on now, so that's you know, an addition that we definitely need. I fancy keeping this old sticker in, again as part of the history. I've got a new chop sticker on the back, gone for a dark one this time because I don't think I'm going to be chopping a lot in a 1.4 16 valve Golf. But aim today is to sort out this rear wiper motor. It's not working at the minute. I thought it was an issue with the wiring, but I've checked all that. We're getting power to the motor, so I believe the motor is gooched. But a friend of mine has got some Mk4 Golf bits. Where is it? He had a couple of doors on the rear tailgate, and on the tailgate we got a rear wiper motor. So I'm hoping this is going to work. He ain't charged me for it yet. He did say test it. If it works, we're all good. So we're going to get that fitted today. And also the rear wiper washer is leaking in the rear quarter panel, somewhere in there, not sure where. From memory there's a couple of joins down that kind of direction, so we need to get the interior trim off and just see where she's leaking from. And hopefully today we'll get a fully working rear wiper motor and washer jet. Oh yeah. So we got the Nugget back in the garage, and what we need to do now is start taking apart all this section. Need to take the parcel shelf off, which means destroying my cable tie handiwork unfortunately, but we can rebuild that pretty easy. So it's leaking down in that bottom corner, coming from up that direction. So it's a bit of a faff to get this out. So we need to remove this panel, undo that seat belt, remove the little stay holder for the parcel shelf. From memory there's some little 10mm plastic nuts and a few T20 Torx. Once we get this out, this kind of pops off out the way. I think the bolt on that was like a 17 or 19mm on the seat belt, and then we should be able to access the pipe, unless I can get to it there. Don't know, but I think it is tucked up out the way. So what I might actually do is give her a little squirt on the wiper just to see if I can see where she is leaking from, because if it was just there that would be very handy. But there we go. I'll dig in a little deeper and see where she's having a little accident. I can't see what's going on, where it's dripping from. There is a drip there, so I'm going to record it and then I can look back at the footage and see where it's coming from. But I do believe it is up there. Oh, she's definitely coming out good. So I'm going to review the footage and see if we can narrow it down a bit more. Yeah, so upon review, she is leaking from there, and I could also see it in that gap there, through that little hole. So it's definitely something behind that panel. God damn. Right, I'm going to start taking all this apart and dig a little deeper. Okay, so that's that section removed. I'm not going to lie, that was a bit of a pain in the backside. Couldn't find the leak. Spraying it, and all I keep seeing is it coming out down inside behind this like double skin bit. Then I unclipped all the wires, and that pipe just pulled straight out. So up there somewhere in that hole, that's disconnected. So that'll be causing our leak. So I'm gonna have a little rummage around in the dark, kind of playing it blind, and yeah, presuming it runs down that like double skin bit. But yeah, I'll have a little rummage around, see if I can find a pipe and join them up. But that is a pain in the ass. Yeah, I've even removed the little trim that goes up there. You've got to undo that to sort of help get that out. Take the seatbelt buckle off, and that whole panel unclips off. But yeah, I lost the I lost the washer and the nut to that seat belt. The washer went that way, the nut went that way. So we're going to have to dig them out as well. All fun. I do believe I found what I needed. So that pipe is now connected into that. So let's give it a little spritz now. See what happens. So I don't think we're getting anything fresh squirting out. I reckon undo this, because that nozzle could be blocked. So we'll undo this, see if we're getting anything out of there. Right, so that's disconnected, and the only trouble is I've got one pair of hands, and that's just going to spray straight in there. So we'll be very sparing with it. Let's just see if it comes out of that direction. Oh, yep, there we go. She squirted into there, so now we know we're getting fluid down there, and there's nothing new dripping out of that direction. That's what it was like before. So that looks like we've solved our issue. It's a bit of a silly design on Volkswagen's part. It's a shame I haven't got a brand new loom for this motor while I've got it all disconnected, because that is like foobarred. I will get a new loom and a new grommet, and then as you can see it like plugs in down there, but honestly it took about 5 minutes to take all that side off. Yeah, at least we got fluid in the right places. So now we're gonna disconnect the old wiper motor, which is just a little 13mm nut on there. I've had this off recently, so this is going to be easy to get off. Sometimes these fight you, and the best thing to do is loosen these off a bit and pry like I think it's a 17mm spanner in there just to pop it up, or you can get like a wiper arm removal tool, and then it's just 3 10mm bolts and a little connector socket which pulls straight off. So let's get that changed over. Even though this has been off recently, it's still a bit of a faff to get off. There you go. That's the old one out. Oh, she's making noise. That's a good sign. Let's turn that ignition off a sec. Right, that's the wiper arm back on. Let's try now. Okay, so we're going to be looking through the back window. Okay, that's the front. Can't see nothing squirting out there. Nozzle could be blocked up. Let's see if we're expelling fluids, but at least we got a rear wiper so far. But I'd like to get to the bottom of it. Is she still leaking fresh fluid? Oh, she's got a little bit of squirt action going on there. Is that not in right? Hold on. Let's try that again. The fronts are working alright. Yeah, let's try the back again. Could be blocked. Ah, goddamn. I don't think there's anything fresh coming out of there. So she is doing a job, but I think the nozzle could be blocked. I'll see if I can find a pin to get some life back into that little hole. Are we leaking anything in here? Yeah, it's not coming out there. Maybe that's why the old one, or these, but that's maybe why these pop off. The holes get blocked, the pressure builds up and these pop out. But for now, we've definitely got a working wiper arm, so I'm gonna see if I can find a little pin to clean that out, and yeah, we're nearly there. So this was starting to fight me a bit. It was blocked. I got a pin in there, couldn't get nothing, so I've managed to find this old bit of hose from a Mk4 Golf, put it round there. I was sucking and blowing, and eventually I felt a pop, and yeah, it seems to be moving freely through it now. So I'm going to get this put back on, put a clip on it, and then we'll try it, see if it works now. Oh, there you go. She is working. Right, there we go. Oh, yeah. She is working. Oh, yeah. So, wash is working and the wiper motor's working. Now, that is a win. Now, I just need to put all this shit back together again. Yeah. Okay, so we got her all buttoned back in. Got the trim back on the tailgate. Got all the interior parts back together, got the parcel shelf back in, including my cable tie repair. Got the side trim back in. Got the stained boot carpet back in there. Also got the spare wheel back in there with all the toolkit. I just need to get a wheel brace for that, but I've got something I can put in there for now. But yeah, for the first time in quite a few days, she is all back together again. And on the outside, we've got the wiper arm back on, working wiper, and a rear squirter. Yeah, I'll call that a win. So that was another successful job on the Mk4 Nugget. Not sure what I'm going to do to this next. I'm actually waiting in today for the new wing on my Golf GTI, so that will probably be one of the next videos, but there's still plenty we need to do to this Golf Nugget. I'm hoping to get it on the road next week because I want to put my van away for the winter, so just need to make sure everything's up to scratch with this one. So yeah, make sure you keep an eye out for future videos. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, the Meat Manifesto, and I'll catch you all soon. Thanks for watching. Peace.